It's that time of the year, you guys. It's time for back to school, and your boys got you covered with a bunch of tech recommendations. This one is the baller edition, so if you got a little bit to spare, I got some great ideas to start the school year. But if you're not in that group, don't worry, the budget edition's coming too, and that'll be linked down below. But let's check it out. This backpack right here is the Nomatic Navigator. Now this is a premium backpack, so it's gonna be quite a bit more than your typical backpack. Now what I like about this is that it keeps a really slim profile, so you don't look like, you know, a nerd. And if you're gonna carry some tech, it's got this nice hard shell exterior, so it'll keep your stuff nice and protected. This one doesn't offer quite as many compartments as something like my OGO Renegade, which I will say is a great option if you plan on bringing a lot of stuff with you to school. Maybe you've got, you know, other activities to do after class. It's cheaper than this too. This is like the function and this is form. But that's not to say this thing doesn't have a lot of nice functions to it. As we go through this video, you'll see what it's all about. But let's get started. In the back, we do have a laptop compartment, and this is where you'll find my first recommendation. It's a bit of a different one, but it's the Surface Pro. So check it out, you guys. This right here is the Surface Pro, the new one. It's one of those Copilot Plus PC. You're probably gonna see a lot of marketing for that during this whole back to school time. But this is going to be great because Copilot's going to be able to help you with a ton of schoolwork because you can ask it all kinds of questions. Now, always check your sources based on the responses you get. But that's going to be a huge factor, I think, moving forward when it comes to getting schoolwork done. And this has it built in. It's got a nice form factor, OLED screen, very fast. And this thing's got the Snapdragon X Elite, so you're gonna get a bunch of those AI features and really long battery life. I can go on and on about this device, but it's gonna be awesome. But if you want something more traditional, you can probably look at the regular Surface laptop if you want that regular laptop feel with the Copilot aspects and the high quality of being a Surface device. Now, obviously, these are not cheap, but you're a baller, and that's why you're here. And if you don't care for Windows, MacBook Air, can't go wrong. Now, here's the thing, you guys. If you don't feel like traveling around with a backpack, maybe you just want to run to class really quick, or you're just a minimalist, this is something I think that's going to be pretty dope. This is the Journey laptop sleeve. Obviously, it's a laptop sleeve, so you can carry around, you know, your laptop in here. So this or the MacBook Air, whatever you want, you can just have it inside of here. Here's what makes this thing super cool. Obviously, you can leave your MacBook right on top, do whatever you need to do, but you'll notice that it has these two sections right here. This right here is a MagSafe charger. So when this thing is plugged in, you can just drop your iPhone right here. It'll charge it, and it has another spot for something like your AirPods. Both magnetic, so you don't have to worry about these things slipping off or anything, and that's just super cool. Now, if you wanna get the most mileage out of it, you throw something like a mouse into the mix, and you've got a full-blown mouse pad over here. You can even have your MacBook send power to the two devices, so it'll charge them without you needing any extra cables or outlets. Super cool if you want to add some more juice to your devices. This isn't cheap, but you do get a lot of functionality out of it, but it does a really good job at making it easy to take your laptop around while giving you access to some cool features. If you want a tablet also, or maybe you just want to do all tablet, you can always check out something like the iPad Pro. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and try to explain to you guys the benefits of an iPad. We are all familiar with what the iPad can do, but in particular, I wanna talk about Math Notes. Math Notes is dope because it uses Apple's AI, you know, Apple Intelligence, to help you with math equations. So if you wanna write 4 + 4 =, that's going to just change the game. Like, I'm mad I'm not a student right now with access to this.
You sure about that?
Gene, you took a math class not too long ago. I'll put you on the spot.
Damn, Chuck.
Okay, making it work. It's this right here though. I don't think it knows what you're. This is what you guys have access to in 2024. This is crazy. Basically, this is something I feel like is gonna help a lot of kids. And I think Apple even showed that you can go through the entire process to see all of the work and how it gets the answers. So amazing stuff. And if you wanna use the iPad for note taking, there are a lot of really cool features that you're gonna get access to there as well. So I could imagine the iPad being like a primary device for school. Just the file management side of things isn't gonna be great. So this would be like an extra accessory. all depends on what you're looking for. Pro tip, if you don't want to buy an iPad for math notes, you can always just bust out your iPhone. You can actually tap into math notes right from the calculator. So in terms of computing, that's what I think you should be looking at. This nice compartment is able to hold both. Pretty nice for a small backpack like this. But now let's get into the main compartment. Over here, I've got my ROG Ally. So if you're a student who is always commuting, you know, a nice portable handheld system to game on. I'm a big gamer, so I would absolutely have something like this. I used to walk around with my PSP back in the day and my Vita when I was in school. So this is something I know will work. And what's great here is that if you don't want to buy any of these, you can use this as a full-blown Windows PC. Just, you know, grab a monitor, keyboard, mouse. You'll of course need like a USB hub to get it all connected. And that could save you some money. Like you have your gaming system as well as your, you know, computing device. Only thing that's gonna be weird though is if you try to take this into class and, you know, use it as a PC, maybe with like a Bluetooth keyboard. I mean, you could do it. It's a bit of a small screen. It's only 7 inches. So I don't know if I'd recommend that for classwork, but it's possible. But bring some gaming along. I'm always for that. Now you might be saying, Judd, why are you telling the kids to buy distractions? Listen, it could work. But if you want to go the distractionless route, you can pick up something like the FreeWrite. Your boy, he tends to get distracted. So Jay is like, oh, you should buy this, and Ari bought it. But basically this is a typing device where you can, you know, write essays, whatever you need to do. You can write out your documents without the distractions of the internet. You have your small screen, a full-blown keyboard to do all of your typing, and a few folders to jump between your different documents. And you can have it all synced to the cloud. So if you need to grab a computer and, you know, grab the stuff that you typed up, it only uses the Wi-Fi to sync your documents, but it's like $300. So some people might just turn off their Wi-Fi.
I think it's more.
Is it more than 300?
500.
No, Jay, you didn't tell me this was 500.
I forgot. So.
This is a $500 typewriter. What? Ari bought this? Okay. I was originally told that this was $300. I was lied to. I'm not recommending this. Now, in the same vein of avoiding distractions, we have my favorite digital notebook. This is the Remarkable 2. This thing is absolutely amazing. It is one of the best ways you can take down notes and have it sync to the cloud, send it to other devices. It's just absolutely awesome. There's tons of templates. There's a lot that you can do here. But if you want to go nuts, there is a keyboard option as well. So you can essentially get that FreeWrite experience on here. But I think the total cost of everything would probably be a bit more than this. But you do get way more functionality as a whole with this system. I'm a huge fan of the Remarkable. I've been using it for years, so this takes my vote over the FreeWrite, which I'm so mad that I kind of liked. All right, so that's all the stuff for getting work done in school, like, the boring stuff. Now let's talk about some audio. So my personal favorite pair of headphones right now are the Sony ULT WEAR headphones. These are amazing. Now, not everyone has the same audio taste, but I've always been a huge fan of like bass heavy songs, and this delivers. This is one of my favorite headphones because they have this alt button feature. It basically enhances the bass. There's like 2 modes where you have like pumped up bass and just like extreme bass. So if you like a nice bass heavy song, this is going to sound great. And if you don't worry, you can always tweak the settings in the app so that you can enjoy other content without all of that bass rumbling, and it will still sound good. Now you also get a ton of battery life, active noise canceling, a transparency mode, all of the features you would expect from a Sony headphone, you get here. And if you wanna go the earbuds route, I mean, if you're in the world of Apple, there's no beating the AirPods Pro 2, right? I know you're probably looking at this like, why is it gray? These are actually custom from the folks over at Colorware. This is part of their Granite line. They did this with the AirPods Max. Honestly, the way to go if you're in the world of Apple. And if you're not, you should check out the JBL Tour 2. I like those because not only do they sound pretty good, but they have active noise canceling. But the real kicker is the case. So the case has a built-in screen where you can toggle all kinds of settings and control your audio right from the charging case without even needing to pull out your phone. Actually, we haven't taken a good look at the insides of the Nomatic backpack. So this is pretty much what it is. So you got this large compartment and you've got these 5 pockets. You get 4 over here and then a larger one at the bottom. And on the opposite side, you have a larger pocket. Now, this one is RFID safe, so if you're worried about somebody scanning your passport or ID or something, you can put it in here. And you also have another compartment with a zipper over here. As you can see, I've got some cables. Now, one special feature here is we like this because it's super compact, but if you need a little bit more space, you can unzip here and the bottom pops open to give you access to a little bit more room so you can carry a little bit more. You also have another zipper on the side if you need access to like a water bottle compartment. I like that about this backpack. It just kind of expands and throws out some extra features. Now, I do have a couple other cool things inside the pockets. I'm always a big fan of having a nice charging brick. This is the Anker Prime. This one is the 100-watt version. 100 watts is going to be good enough to like charge up any of the devices here, or even if you have a MacBook Air, you'll be able to charge it. It has 2 USB-C ports and a USB-A port. It does retail for about $85 or so on Amazon right now. So it's a little bit on the higher end, but it is a lot of juice, so it'll charge your devices quickly, and this is pretty easy to bring around. But if you want to go with something that's a little bit cheaper, this is the, I still don't know the name, the AOHI, whatever. The AOHI NAND Plus charger. This is 140 watt, and it also has 2 USB-C ports as well as a USB-A. I think on Amazon right now, this one goes for about 67 or 68 bucks. So it's cheaper, has more power. People don't know this brand quite as well as they do Anker, but I've been using their products for a bit and they're solid. So you got your chargers and now you need the right USB-C cables. These are pretty inexpensive. Listen, I'm all about these inexpensive USB-C cables. This one's super long and I think it has a max output of 140 watts. So you can get the full charge out of this guy. And the only reason I like bringing up these cables is because they have that little OLED screen. This is the super long 140 watt version, but if you guys want a shorter one, there's another option that is up to 240 watt. I don't know if you're gonna have a charger that charges that fast or what, but it's available. Now, on the portable charging side of things, this is the Anker MagGo portable charger. If you have an iPhone, you can of course just smack this thing on and you get that MagSafe charging. But what's also nice is you got a screen built into the portable charger, so you can see exactly how much juice you've got left, and it'll tell you how long it's going to last charging it. It also has a built-in kickstand. So if you want to watch content, you can just have it like this, you know, take a FaceTime call. You can even use your iPhone in standby modes and then use this as a little nightstand right by your bedside, you know, in your dorm. So multifunctional, I love that. And if you're not running an iPhone, no worries. There's always those magnetic ring adapters that you can put onto other devices that support wireless charging. So you can use this for those as well and get all of the same benefits. Now, of course, when it comes to storage, I'm always a fan of the Samsung T series. The T9 is great because it has this protective coating on it, so it's rugged. So if it falls or anything like that, you don't quite have to worry. This is their latest one, so it's the fastest version you'll be able to get. And it goes all the way up to 4 terabyte. Gene, are you using like external storage for school these days?
Not for school, for personal.
So you can put your games on this when you're taking a break at school, you guys. When you're taking your break, you don't want to load up your computer with a bunch of games. Don't be silly. This is why you need something like this for all the gamers out there. See, I can make it work. But all jokes aside, there are folks out there who struggle with the storage capacity that their laptops might have. It's always helpful to make sure you have your important things on here so you can have a nice running computer when it's time for class. All right, y'all, so your boy forgot something. So at the top, there is a compartment, you guys, probably for glasses or something, but I got something else. This is the Fujifilm Instax Mini 12. Now, I know what's going on in the world these days. I know what the kids like. They like taking pictures that print out and you instantly get your photo. Like they like that, they share it. It's like trading cards, right? That's how y'all using it? Anyway, this is a really solid option if you like that. It's from Fujifilm, so you know you get that nice film and you know those nice colors. And while it may look a little bit silly, it's really nice and functional. Once you pop it open, you got your lens that comes out. And then when you want to take your picture, there you go, Jay. We cemented. And then, you know, you just go ahead and wait. And the picture quality is pretty solid. Look at your boy Goku over here. You can't be mad at that. Akeem, this looks like it's from the 70s or something. But really, you can take some nice photos with these, you know, capture those memories in school, especially if you're a senior. Listen, it wasn't that long ago that we were using, you know, actual film. And I feel like history is repeating itself. The kids are loving this, and this is a really solid option. And you can pretty much pick one up for 80 bucks. Now, what's nice here too is that it also has like this built-in mirror. So when you're taking your photos with your friends, you kind of want to see what it's like. You're taking your selfies. You have a little idea of what it's gonna look like thanks to this frame. Yeah, trust. Stick with me, y'all. Uncle Judd got you. All right, so now let's talk about the stuff I didn't forget. Right here, there's a little compartment in the front of it. So if you wanna have like your notebook or something so you can take class notes, you can do that. There's a pretty decent sized compartment here. Even a little spot if you wanna have somewhere to hang your keys. So if you wanna keep something important, like your microfiber cloth, that's your spot. You know I have to have a microfiber cloth. Keep all this stuff clean. Look at this expensive free write. It has all these fingerprints on it. You gotta keep it clean.
Yeah, keep it clean.
So for the most part, I feel like we've got the basics down, but you guys know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna include a few other options in other areas that we haven't talked about in the description. I have a ton of stuff, so if you're getting ready for school, everything you'll possibly need will be linked down below. And I'll verify with Gene to make sure it all makes sense. Since he's a baby. Till next one, guys. Peace.